All right. After the party is the after party. Welcome everybody. I am your host Ray. With me as always we have Father.
All of heat.
Oh man, how's it going with you today, Father?
I'm good. I'm inebriated.
Oh man, it's been an interesting week. Um, fucking damn, Daigo lost his first to 10 to Minardi, man.
It's not even all that shocking.
It was a good match though. It was very good though.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a wash.
Thank God. When he started off 2-0, I was happy. I was, but goddamn, Blanca is something else. You know what I also noticed? He was kind of reading NRD's bullshit with the with the lightning beast. So I figured that like he was getting somewhere. But it's just, I don't know, Blanca NRD, and shout out to him. He just kept like eking him out every time. It was like he had to fight for his wins. It was like 10 to 6, but he had to fight for that fucking wins.
It was pretty even from the beginning, and then after the fifth, after it was 5-5, that's when the change started happening.
Yeah.
Minardi's just started making better reads.
Mhm. Oh, shit. So, but congrats to Minardi. You my guy, but obviously I was going for Daigo. So, but on to that. We're here for the after party, and this is a video that Father sent me. Said we should do after party. I was like, let's do this. Um, the video is by JSQ and it's titled "People Who Can't Save Money versus People Who Can." This is getting insane. So, um, we've always, we've done harkened many times about this particular subject, especially like people live in livable wages and they're not paying the company's not paying us livable wages. So also, it it shows how people are saving money or at least trying to. So, you got anything to say before we start the video?
Nope, play that shit.
All right, let's play this shit.
Sort of like extra income
Oh, well, you're not
on
streaming.
like some
God
side
damn it, Ray.
hustle.
What's up?
You're not streaming.
It just said it was. God damn it! Hold on. I'm jumping too. I'm, I'm jumping too much. All right, let's take it back. All right, let's start this shit. You can see it, right?
Yes.
All right, let's start this shit.
You guys are doing to make extra money. I have a full-time job, but I really want some sort of like extra income on like some side hustle. I don't really want to start like a small business and put money into it, but I really want to start paying off my credit cards and saving a lot of money because I really want to buy a house or buy land when I graduate next year, and I want to start saving now. I can make this like a series of paying off my credit cards or whatever, but how are you guys making extra money? I can't join the creator fund yet because I'm so close to 10,000 followers. Not there yet, but almost there. And so in the meantime, tell me what you guys are doing. And let me know if you want me to make it a series of me paying off my credit.
Don't you love it when people ask for advice but tell you what they don't want to do? Why even do it? It's like, yeah, you want to get in shape, but I don't want to work out. I want to be in the healthiest state in my life. I want to be in the best shape of my life, but I don't want to diet. I want to get a college degree, but I don't want to go to school for 4 years. Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the comment section has to say. Maybe it's me. Someone said, saw it on TikTok actually. I could make more, but I genuinely just do it when I have time and energy. I make about $200 a month, and that's called data annotation. Someone else said, I house sit and pay my rent just off of that. Another person said Rover and Amazon Flex, but also wished employers would just pay enough so we don't have to rely on a gig economy to live. Another person said dog sitting independently, never used Rover, anywhere from an extra $500 to $2,000 a month. These are all hustles. I love that. The problem is they require your time. And I'm not saying that other hustles don't require your time, but these hustles require your time every time. I'd rather put time into something and then have it capsulized or capsuled, and then it could be repeated over and 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 over again. And I don't have to spend that time repeating that one action over again. I can complete and create more capsules of time captured, and they make me money over and over and over and over and over and over and over again simultaneously. So I'm building an asset portfolio just like I was in real estate. But instead of houses, it's called YouTube. I'm making a bag off of YouTube, man, creating YouTube videos, and I love it. This is why I created the Cashflow Creators Club, literally showing and documenting my progress in masterminds. It's not a course. This is literally a community of people who want to monetize YouTube and have multiple streams of income. I will show you how I'm doing it and how I'm having 15 to 25% in revenue growth from YouTube just alone, and how I've monetized my channel. I don't pay editors. I don't pay for a thumbnail editor. I don't do any of that. It's all solo right now, and we're doing a great job. So anyways, join with the description down below. I think these are all stepping stones, but if you really...
I feel like I just watched a commercial or some shit like that. Do you agree with anything it's kind of like been going off right now? Like,
I don't even care what the fuck he's talking about right now. What I want to get into is the woman's circumstance. This whole idea of how do you make extra money? How do you make extra money? Now, Ray, see what? So I guess what's kind of like not really confusing me, but like my thing is everybody wants to do that. Like, who doesn't want to make extra money right now?
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like her asking that question is just a microcosm of the shit that's actually really going on, and it's that none of us feel like we're making enough money. Notice I said none of us feel like we're making enough money, and it's just furthering my point that this economic shit, right, is not about finances. It's about mindset. It's about motherfucking psychology. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like we always talk about how back in the day, you could have $10, go to McDonald's and feast. You feeling what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, if you got $10 now, you go to McDonald's, bro, that's barely a meal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the feeling of your money being able to purchase things is what we're losing, instead of this idea that in order for me to feel this way, I have to get extra money. I have to do side hustles and stuff like that. And I feel like that's why I personally have always said, yeah, I'm not finna get a second job. If I'm already working full time, why the fuck would I get another job? You know what I'm saying? Like why would I do that to myself? Why would I do that to myself, knowing that the only reason why I'm doing this in the first place is because I have an incompetent motherfucking power structure that doesn't prioritize my well-being? You know what I'm saying? Because a wealthful society that I live in should be able for me to be at a place where I'm working full time and I can afford all my basic needs. Why the fuck does a nigga have to have a 2 full-time jobs and 3 fucking side hustles in order to pay shit? You know? So I think that her asking the question is just a highlight of what is really wrong with the society right now in regards to economics. What do you feel about that?
I feel like if you wanted to get an extra job, that's on you. It shouldn't be because like I'm not making enough. It's like I'm with you on that. Like even if you want to do a side hustle, that should be a side hustle. Like let's just say I want to go on a vacation, and so I want to make this so I can like put that on my vacation money. Not that I need to make this second job so I could um pay rent. Like I think even Bernie Sanders says this. No one should be working 40, 50, 60 hours. Should be just getting by. And um, so I feel sorry that she even has to ask that she feels like she's not making enough. I know there's people that do fucking side hustles and still feel like they're not making enough. So if you got, and I'm gonna be real with you, if you got 2 or 3 jobs and you get by, it says a lot about the economy because like obviously you're not lazy. You have 2 or 3 jobs. It's just like, and basically most of the time you're trying to find time to sleep. So it's just like what more can you do? So and I feel like the fact that you even have to do that it says that how the economy is in itself. So I that's how I feel. Let's get back into the video.
Want to capitalize and actually make good money, you're going to have to put money into something. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to be a manager. You don't have to open up a brick and mortar. But one of the things that I think do help you make a great amount of money with big profit margins, and you can do it no matter the weather, no matter if people are like, oh, well, we got to save money. People watch YouTube videos for free. And when they do pay for YouTube videos, it's so they don't see ads. And I make money both ways doing that. Not bragging, just saying I think content is where it's at right now. Let me know what you think with this creator's video. And let me know if you have a side hustle, if you Uber or DoorDash or whatnot. What do you do as a side hustle to make extra money outside of the 9 to 5? And how much do you make every single month?
Hi guys, I'm going to work in a bit, but I wanted to do a video real fast on things that I do as a 19-year-old to save money, whose main priority is to save money.
That Panda Express shirt is taking me back. Oh god. That when I had to get back on my feet, the first job I got when I got back on my feet, Panda Express. I had to wear that same damn shirt too, and I was doing dishes. So that's that's just a nugget. That was just taking me back.
So the first thing would be just the car that I drive. I drive a 1996 Toyota RAV4. And is it a dump? Yes. Is the paint job horrible? Yes. Is it a, what is it called? Fishbowl? Yes. Am I embarrassed driving it? Yes. But at the end of the day, I don't have car loans. My insurance isn't super high. It's actually like a really good price. And the only thing that I'm sacrificing is my pride. And I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, I'm saving money for my future self. And pretty girls drive ugly cars.
First off, you got a car. Most people don't even have cars. That's what's saying one. So, and I don't. Maybe it's just her being 19. But if you would have gave if I was 19, if you would have gave me a car, I'd have been appreciated. I don't care if that shit was a rust bucket. That shit I'd have been my favorite rust bucket. And if it got me to A and B, that's all that matters. Be happy that you have a car. Most people don't have cars. Most people can't get cars. Most people have to go through bullshit to get cars. At least you don't have to pay high on insurance. And like it's a beater, but it gets you to places. So just be happy with that. That's all I gotta say. You got anything to say, Father?
Shout out to Panda Express.
Oh, he's talking to. Oh shoot! There's actually someone commenting. Um, not good dude, but this dude. Not good dude, but this dude. He's talking to. All I'm hearing is wham wham wham.
Another way that I save money is that I go to community college instead of going to a 4-year. Yeah. And then FAFSA pays for my classes. So it's free basically. The only thing I would have to pay for is my parking permit. But I just park across the street and I have to just walk 10 minutes to class. Do I have to leave extra early from my house to go to class because I have to consider the walk? Yes. But I saved $30 a semester. So far I saved $60 and I'm okay with that. Another way that I save money is that I don't have many subscriptions to things. For example, Spotify and Apple Music. Those things were not in my vocabulary until about a week ago. Until about a week ago, I used Musi, which is a illegal app. It's not even on the App Store anymore because they took it off. But yeah, I used Musi, and every time I opened the app, would there be an ad? Yes, but I would just pick a song I like, and then it would go shuffle into a bunch of songs that I do like. And I'm okay with that. Was it embarrassing every time someone asked if I used Apple or Spotify? Yes, super embarrassing. Would I change the topic so fast? Yes, I would. Recently Apple had like a deal where it's like 3 months for $10.99. If you do the math, that's very cheap. So I just did it. I don't know what I'm gonna do when those 3 months are up. I still have the Musi app. Did not delete it because I know I'm gonna go back to it. But yeah, that's just another way that I save money. Another thing is that I wash my own car, and to some of you it would be like, well, duh. All my friends, my sister, they have a membership to our car wash. I wash my own car. Is it a lot more time and effort? Yes, but I think I do a better job than the car wash does anyways. I'd rather just do it myself and save money. Another thing is I don't get my nails done or my eyelashes, and the makeup I use is drugstore. Just a personal preference, saves me a lot of money. This is a smaller example, but today is my stepmom's birthday, and everybody bought her a card, which is cool and all, but I decided to make her one just because, first of all, I think it's sentimental, and it saved me $4 to $5. And yes, that's a very little example, but little things add up, guys. It's just, you have to find shortcuts in life. Another example is going out to eat and buying drinks. Have you guys seen that TikTok of that girl in the straight vest? Is that what it's called? It's like the psycho people that they wear, and it's like me when I try to save money. That is me when it comes to wanting to buy a drink or going to Chipotle or something. Like, it takes so much self-control, but guys, it's healthier to just eat at home and it saves you money. Come on now, lock in. I also just got a second job at a coffee shop, so that's just gonna fuel my drinking addiction. My caffeine drinking addiction.
Okay.
Another thing would be clothes. I never pay full price for things. I don't have it in me to go to the mall and spend $15 and $20 on a shirt. I either go thrifting or I stay home.
I love that.
And then the last thing is that, like, if something's not broken, don't fix it. I think that's just how the saying goes. But for example, look how little of this perfume I have. Was I about to go purchase a new one? Yes, but then I went to the bathroom and I found this little guy. This is like 12 years old. Not 12 years old. Probably won't stay on long when I put it on, but it works. So I did not buy a perfume. But yeah, by doing these little things, it helps me save money, genuinely. And I'm still allow myself to have fun. For example, this summer I'm going to Rhode Island and Hawaii, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I wasn't taking shortcuts in other parts of my life, you know?
A lot of you all may look at her life and be like, oh man, she's so young. Wait until she experiences life. Wait until this and that changes. And I know you're probably thinking that because that naturally came to my mindset. I'm 28 years old, but we're not that far apart. I forget. She's probably like 20 years old or like 19 years old, whatever the deal is. This is the type of mindset that a lot of Americans need to have no matter what. She talked about subscriptions. Okay, a lot of you might be like, I need my music. I need my music too. Facts. And I pay $12 a month for Spotify. I thought that was a complete ripoff compared to having Apple Music and Spotify. But when I found out Spotify has audiobooks, I'm like, bro, I be buying books every single month. Like, I have hundreds of dollars within audiobooks. Spotify, no, I don't own those books. I pay $12 a month, and it's a subscription, of course, and they give me rights to listen to the audiobooks. But I have so many books stacked up there, I'm like, why would I go back it's cheaper and more affordable for me to pay that monthly price because I know I'm going to continue reading and listening to audiobooks. Nevertheless, though, a lot of people have this mindset of when they make more, they spend more. And it sounds like she has a great mindset towards how she is spending her money. But a couple of things that I do disagree with, and you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section down below, of course. But first things first is when it comes down to eating out, I do my best to just meal prep. So I don't feel obligated to get something real quick that's going to fill me up. And it's just cheap calories. That way I'm feeling sluggish. I don't feel like working extra. I feel like certain foods put people in moods and I'd rather not be in a sluggish mood. So I meal prep in order for me to have food that also energizes me because I believe food is fuel. On the other hand, I will eat out on Chipotle. But what I found out recently is if I just get a protein bowl, which literally just means a cup of steak or chicken, it's no carbs, all protein, literally, and I just get a little cup of sour cream on the side because I do like sour cream. And that gives me the protein that I need. And it's only like $10 for 2 cups. $10 for 2 cups. I paid exactly $10.07 to get a cup of chicken and a cup of protein. And it was around, I want to say, at least 45 grams of protein. At least 45 grams of protein. A lot of y'all might not track your foods. I do because, again, I work out. I want to be in the best shape of my life. I want the best out of life. But anyways, let me know.
Do you meal prep, Father?
No, I do not meal prep.
You don't like meal prep?
Nah, I don't. But that's just me. I don't really feel the need to. I eat out. You know what I'm saying? Or I fast. I usually fast from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and then eat right after. I usually do portion control at the same time, so I'm not overeating. But sometimes I do get cravings of certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I personally do eat out. It's only a strain in your finances if you're irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want some fucking Subway, I'll get some motherfucking Subway, especially if I got like points saved up and shit like that. I'll do that. Like most of the food that I get is like either subsidized or, some type of coupon, some type of points being exchanged. So I'm not spending as much, you know what I'm saying? And also knowing what to get, what's it called? Knowing what to get in like a grocery store, like a 7-Eleven and shit like that. Drinking plenty of water, shit like that. So as for, the whole thing about him being proud of her and shit like that, I'm like, bruh, she's not even doing anything super, super crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's literally just not spending unnecessary money. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have subscriptions. She, doesn't eat out as much. It's just her motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Doing obvious shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that deep. I just hate this idea because, we had that criticism in the last video too. I just hate this idea that people have that, oh, we're just spending unnecessary money all the time. And it's like, bro, it's not that. We are literally in a cost of living crisis. So even if somebody is spending money responsibly, the cost of living is high. So their money is gone as a result. And then y'all mistake their money being gone for them spending money unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, that's why I'm saying this is a motherfucking psychological experiment. You know what I'm saying? Every time you watch one of these videos, Ray, it's going to be the same shit. It's just going to be people being like, oh, well, you know what? I think that people do money like this. I feel like people do money like that. Well, if you want to save money, it's going to be the same motherfucking 5 tips that everybody spreads at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat out so much. Don't have too many subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? It's basically spend less money. And you're not getting into the actual root of the problem. And it's that we are not fundamentally advocating for ourselves politically so that we do have set asides. And the government is a little bit more responsible when it comes to how we save money as a collective. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. I don't even think we should be so focused on people individually saving money because people are going to have different needs that they're going to need to meet. For example, somebody may, you know what I'm saying, have to somebody may have to account their budget for, allergies. So they have to buy certain foods that other people may not really buy at a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Medicines. You know what I'm saying? If people are in like extracurricular activities, if people have certain hobbies, you know what I'm saying? Like gaming is an expensive hobby, especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a lot of generalizations and it's not a lot of actual, critique when it comes to you feel what I'm saying, the condition of the economy right now.
I hear you. So I've actually meal prep because sometimes what my job do without really revealing my job, I've gone to other states. So New York, yo, sometimes eating in New York is like, do I really want to go to some places? Because it really is expensive. When they tell you it's no joke that is like dead ass expensive in New York. There's this place called Mas Tacos, right? And it's like a Chipotle, but the food is better. But um, let's say like one of my like one bowl up there, like, and when I had in there, it was like $25, and I looked at it.
$25.
I know it was just, and it's the same size as Chipotle bowls. It was like 25, and I was like, but I was hungry, so I was just like, I ate it. So it was, and again, it's good. Mom's tacos is like really fucking good, but I was just like, this must be the New York bullshit that people used to be here. It's like, why is it that expensive? Like even drinks, it's just like a 20-ounce bottle is like $5 sometimes, and it's just like
Yeah,
and
those are all markups.
yeah. So and sometimes you be like, yo, I used to pay $1.25 for this at most, $1.50. You telling me like this 20-ounce soda is like $5? You're like, y'all fucking. I'll be like, y'all fucking high. He's like, who's the real who really has the gun? Who really got the gun? The thieves or you niggas or the government? And shoot. But as far as like the meal prepper, I'm meal prep. There's sometimes where it's just like cause that's helped me with portion control. Cause I ain't gonna lie, a brother can eat. So I did the meal prep for portion control. So, and I can tell you an easy way to like save money and use portion control at the same time, and depends on what you get. Um, get some chicken thighs and some mac and cheese, and like some green beans. That will, and get like the family pack. So like if you was cooking for a whole family, but you're only making for yourself, and you prep that out the week. Um, most of that's ever cost me is like no more, no less than like $25. So for like a whole week, and depending on how you make your portions, like it can last you a whole week and offer like $25 off of that. So that can really save you. Also like, and this is kind of like one of my favorite things to cook, beefaroni or like uh mac and cheese with some ground beef in it and some Alfredo sauce. That should be hitting. And I'll tell you this. I had my mom cook it the other day, and like she made it better than I can ever make it. I was like, damn, this shit was good. But anyway, like I like one time I prepped that, like, and I put it in like a bowl to where it's like I can eat like half of it for like lunch and the other half for dinner. And that actually lasts me for like a couple of days too. So I tell people all the time, if you really want to like meal prep or some shit like that, get something that will last you a long time, but it's also easy to make. You might get tired of it. And she probably, and her working at Panda Express, she's probably eating at the job too. So they probably not really charging her, depending on how, if she know how to work that magic. Um, but yeah, usually try to get the family pack deals, and if you got like giant food cart and all that other stuff, you can get money off depending on if it's on sale or not. But yeah, that shit right there will save will save you so much money than eating out most of the time. But uh anything else you before we go back to the video?
Nah, man, it's just I want you to notice the language. You know what I'm saying? As we're watching these clips and watching these videos, because it's the more these videos keep going, the more it's proving my point. This is a fucking psychological experiment.
All right, let's get it.
What you believe is the most valuable thing that you picked up from her, because we can all learn no matter who is what age at what stage in life.
Also, side note, I never ironed my apron. I wash dishes, but that's just me. I never iron my apron. I'm sorry, this pen expression is kind of killing me.
Yeah, and a lot of people are commenting and complimenting her on her spending habits in the comment section down below as well. Anyways, subscribe if you like the content. Let's go.
My homegirl is just not understanding. So can you please let me know if I'm explaining this correctly? Okay. My homegirl makes $2,738 a month, okay? Her rent is $875. Her utilities is $202. Her phone is $175, and she pays in daycare $700 a month, okay? Those are the bills. Those are the bills that have to get paid on a monthly basis no matter what. Her remaining balance is $786, okay? She just purchased a car. Her car note is $690. $690. I was like, girl, you can't afford that. She's like, yes, I can. I was like, no. I was like, your remaining balance is $786. That's just what's remaining from the bills. You're not even calculating gas. You're not even calculating the shit that you're going to buy, your miscellaneous. You're not even calculating the insurance or anything like that. She goes, oh, insurance is going to be $112. I literally was like, girl, $786 minus $690. You're left with $96. And you're telling me the car insurance is $112? You're in the hole $16. You're negative $16. In her mind, she's still saying, no, she has $786. So she can afford the $690. Am I just not explaining it correctly? Because I've been going back and forth with her for like 30 minutes. And I drew a diagram. I did everything. And in her mind, she's like, no, I still have $786. The car note is only $690.
Some people just don't get it until they're out of money. Oh my gosh, how am I going to pay this bill? First of all, let's figure out how to lower these bills. I want to go back a little bit and go back to her monthly
no matter
bills.
what.
$2,700 a month. Rent is $875. Sounds like she's splitting it. Okay, see if we can find a third roommate. All right, utilities, $202. Finding a third roommate also decreases that. Phone bill, $175. Stop buying the newest phones. These phone plans are cheap. It's the phone itself that's making it expensive. And most people aren't even making money with the phones they have. You probably got a better phone than me, but I'm making more money from my phone. Or can't even say you, but I will say other people who don't know how to make money with their phone because they choose not to at this point. They got the newest phones, and I got an older phone, and I'm making more money. Let me tell you something. The only reason I'm bringing that up is because that exactly was my position about 8 years ago. There was a 19-year-old named Brandon, and at the time I was like 23 years old. He was making $11,000 a month off of his phone on Instagram. And I was like, bro, how? I got the newest phone. I got a professional camera. I'm making content too. How are you making $12,000 a month? You know what happened? He told me he was a part of a mentorship. I joined that mentorship that same week. It was $400 a month. A lot of y'all might be like, well, damn, why would you pay $400 a month? You know why? Because by the second month, I had made all my money back. I had made $700 recurring. And then by the third month, I was making $2,700 for 3 months. Mind you, my 9-to-5 at that time was only paying me $1,000 a month. But to be making almost $3,000 for the next 3 months of my life before that took off, that was amazing to me. And it was off of the phone that I had. People buy the newest phones, $175 a month. No, it might not be no interest attached to it, but why? Why? My phone bill is $20 a month. I paid $150 for this phone because I bought it from a relative and he got an upgrade on his phone. Daycare, $700. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't paying no $700. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying no $700 for no daycare. First of all, if it feels like $700 is a lot for me for daycare, it means I shouldn't have had children with that type of income at all. There's no way I'm bringing a child into a financial crisis in my own life. It's just
Team no kids. I ain't gotta worry about the daycare money. Team no kids. Uh, shoot. I know when I did with days when I didn't have a job and my sister had a job, like, and we was all living together. Um I had to babysit my niece while she was at work. I didn't mind doing that for her, but it was just daycare. Father, how many times have I said we in the wrong business?
So daycare is a racket.
Yo, they,
Daycare is a motherfucking racket, bro.
I know.
And they know that people are gonna pay you because you're gonna be watching their kids. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you live in a country that makes you work 24 motherfucking 7 to the point where you can't watch your kids reliably. And then the economic situation is bad for a lot of people. So even your motherfucking relatives gotta go work. You know what I'm
Shoot,
saying? So it's
hell, we
like,
get look. I'm not gonna lie. There was I'm one of 7 kids. I was in the house by myself. Not it's not that not saying that my parents were bad parents. I had an older brother, older sister. My older brother was like 5 years older, but we knew how to take care of myself. I knew how to take care of myself at 8. My,
literally.
I knew how to cook. Look, say what most people want. I knew how to cook. I knew how to clean. I knew how to clean myself. All at 8. I knew how to do dishes. I was cooking hamburger. I
Yeah, I
was
was a
cooking.
very self-sufficient child.
Yeah, I was too. Yeah, we was very self. We was actually we was actually very self sufficient. Sometimes I mean there's times where they do alternate because someone has the day shift, someone has the night shift, but most of the times like. And plus, this is obviously I lived in a 2-parent household for like most of my life too. So obviously, there's times where my father would have the day shift, and my mom would have the night shift. But either, and then most of us was going to school anyway, so they didn't have to worry. And we all went to the same school, so we all kind of like took care of each other when we got there. So it's just like, ugh. But $700 a daycare, woo. That is, ugh, that's crazy. What was you saying? I feel like I cut you off.
No, I wasn't saying nothing. You didn't cut me off at all.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, bruh, I know you peeped. You know what I'm saying? Where he was saying all that stuff, and he was like, "How was this guy making more money with an old phone than I had the newest phone?" And I'm like, "Because psychology, nigga. That's why."
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Literally, it's psychology. Y'all, it's not even bro. The more I'm listening to this, the more it's not even a financial thing. You either can afford it or not. I don't think it's this complicated shit. Like even the story that the woman told just now about how her friend wasn't getting it. I don't think it wasn't that she wasn't getting it. I just don't think she gave a fuck. And you trying to explain this shit to her, but obviously she don't care. She's not even thinking about money like that. She's only thinking about, can I afford it or can I not afford it? It doesn't even matter how much money that she has remainder, because if she worried about that, then you wouldn't be talking to her about that in the first place. She'd wisen up. You feeling what I'm saying? So my thing is, again, what are we doing?
Also,
like exactly, what are we doing?
I learned what some people do. They don't pay it all at once. Like utilities, maybe 200. They'll pay 100, and then probably the next paycheck, they pay the other 100. It's just like, or most people, like, let's just say like it's coming up, or like, okay, when I had one of my cars, that I had, and it was through Navy Federal. And I believe like the car that was like, it's been a while. I paid it off, so but it was like 400 a month, right? So and I get paid every first and 15th. So first half, every first you take half off, and then the second half, take the other half. That way, I don't have to worry about the joint cutting late because government money is always good on the 1st and 15th. So I never had to worry about the car bill. It's just like, all right, that bill's taken care of, and I still have money left. Paid the phone bill, still have whatever money left. Most people, and I think this is how most people manage their bills. They don't pay it all at once. Sometimes they will let it build, but it's not to a point where it's like in the red. But they'll space out how they pay their bills or some shit like that. So, um, I don't know if that's the most logical way, but I've seen people do it that way. So, but even that is like crazy. So, which proves the point. And also, yeah, dude, kind of like I feel like this whole video is like him flexing. He's just trying to flex.
You know, I was doing this. I made $2,700 a month. Man, those were the good old days. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, my man been flexing this whole. He's like, yo, I'm getting money out here.
Yeah, I'm getting money out here, bro. I'm getting money out here.
It's not going to happen. If it does happen, it's because I was in a great spot back then. And maybe that was her situation, but most people aren't in that position. They get excited about life and then raise their expenses. And children do come with a price. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below.
I can tell how unsafe you feel with money by how fast you get rid of it. You want to talk about it? What's up, y'all? My name is Coach Danisha Monique. I am not someone who just studies science, neuroscience, or psychology. I am someone who has a degree in psychology. I am someone who is currently working on and is a student in school for my educational neuroscience degree to go along with my clinical psychology degree. And y'all asked me for a neuroscience series, and this is it. Here we go. And today we're talking about the people who can't seem to keep a full bank account. Come to the front of the class. We are talking about the people who get paid on Friday, but the money is already gone. The check ain't even here yet, but the money from that check is already gone. I'm talking to y'all, and I want you to know that if you cannot hold on to money, it is not because you don't make enough money. It is not your job. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with because your body, your nervous system, does not trust you with having money. So your behavior, which is the psychology behind it, makes you do certain things so that you can't hold on to it. Oh, this is going to be good. Welcome to 2026. Let's get into the first point. So if you are making money, but it is disappearing faster than you are making it, it is not because of your job. It is not because you are irresponsible. It is simply because your body still expects loss. Some of y'all literally only live to pay bills. Some of y'all literally only go to work to make sure your ends to make ends meet. That's the only reason. That is the only reason why you wake up every single day is to make sure that bill is paid, to make sure you get where I'm going with it. Mm-hmm. Like, you are not treating money like something that should stay. You are treating money like something that you need to use before it is taken away from you. Point one. Let's go. This goes into my first point. What is my first point? Your nervous system actually expects the loss. Your nervous system is not wired for stability. So if you grew up in instability like me, then your body only learned one rule. What is that? Don't get comfortable. I am a person who has moved from house to house every single year. I'm not house to house because this is my first house, right? But from apartment to apartment every single year. I would change my furniture in my cars, in my home, in my clothes, my whole wardrobe every single year. It was don't get comfortable. So materialistically, I don't care about holding on to things. I am not a materialistic person, I guess you could say, because I will get rid of this stuff and just start all the way over, right? But that comes from me not being in a stable environment. That comes from me growing up in foster care and being in 5 different foster homes before I was fucking 10. That's where that comes from. So what happens when money shows up? Your nervous system rushes you into doing something with it. Y'all not finna leave me out here by myself. Your nervous system will make you spend money before it disappears or before it is like taken away from you. Y'all, one of my biggest fears that I have to face in 2025 was the fear of being robbed. Why? Because I've been robbed 4 times. 4 times I've been robbed materialistically. right? There have been 4 times where I came home and my house was broken into, or there has been, a multitude of times where I looked at my bank account and the money was gone and I felt robbed because a bill was due and I had it on auto pay and I forgot. Y'all been there, right? But it is when your nervous system will teach you to rush into.
I'm not gonna lie, this is getting really deep and I'm really interested in it. But let me know so far, based off what she said, what are your thoughts about it? Because I believe it does have something to do with our nervous systems. But at the same time, I believe it falls into who you identify yourself as. And just as it's just as important for us to recognize that your nervous system can have an effect on your decision-making skills when it comes down to money, I think it's just as important to recognize what you listen to, what you digest, what you watch, what you hang around also influences your own habits. For example, when I ride my car, half of the time, if not most of the time, I'm listening to audiobooks because I've identified myself as someone who loves to learn so I can give more value to people. Another part of me listens to YouTube videos. And I say listen because I do have YouTube Premium and I do have the feature where I can lock my screen and I can listen to it instead of having to have my screen on all the time. But me receiving and drowning myself into YouTube content about other YouTubers on how they make money online and how they create videos and the tenacity that it takes to create these videos, it gives me motivation, but it also keeps in my mind repeating all the time. That's all I'm thinking about all day long. I don't think about how I can spend money. I think about how I can invest money, because when it's time to invest, or before it's time to invest, I'm drowning myself in information about how wealthy people use money, how they invest money. And so, yes, we can talk about the nervous system all we want, but your identity is also a big part of that. And maybe that is tied in with your identity. Your nervous system. But anyways, I really want to take this to the next level and actually just react to this video alone, because it's going to get really good. I can tell that she's about to give y'all some heat. So I'm going to react to this separately, and I'm going to go ahead and
So I'm going to cut off homegirl just so you can talk your shit.
Ray, I was very strategic in picking this video specifically for this. I wanted you to see what I see.
She was about to really get into some neuroscience and eat cussing off. And I just realized he's about to end the video.
Bruh. A part of me feel like he's grifting.
You feel like he's
a big part of me feel like he's grifting.
Oh my god. Oh,
because she was sitting there talking about some real shit that she's literally in school for, only for him to go, well, you know what? I also feel like it's your identity too. I'm like, bro, did you not listen to what she said?
Oh my fucking god. That was some narcissistic behavior right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bruh, what's going on? Bro, I'm telling you, Ray, I'm telling you, these people, it's like a lot of them feel like, you know what I'm saying, they just got all the answers. You know what I'm saying? They just got all the motherfucking advice in the world to fix everybody's problem. That's what it's feeling like. And no wonder why it's very difficult for people to fix their financial issues in this country like that, because you just got a whole bunch of people that believe in this idea that you're just supposed to work until it just happens. You know what I'm saying? And no one is really accounting for the fact that, hey, the reason why we're in this situation is because psychologically, on a collective level, we aren't interested in having a fair economy. We're interested in having an extractive economy. You feel what I'm saying? Where you will hire someone to do work for you and you take most of the money. That's how we think. That's how we think economics should work. You feel what I'm saying? So it becomes very difficult to have like a grounded perspective on how to exactly fix the issues on a macroeconomic level. It's fucking crazy as fuck. It's fucking crazy. And shout out to this sister because she's literally explaining, yeah, this is psychological. Like, yeah, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like your nervous system reacts a certain way from being in a certain environment. And if the implication is that because you've always lived in poverty, that your nervous system has adapted itself to feel like you just cannot keep money at all because of that reaction from a young age, then Ray, like I said, we've been doing this shit the fuck wrong the entire time.
Yeah. Shit, I remember like being in the Navy was just like, okay, all right, now that I done paid the car notes out, whatever I was getting paid, okay, the car notes out, I done paid my phone bill, and yo, yeah, and then after the phone bill paid, how much do I got left? All right, I got this much left. All right, I'm going to the bar. And this was like during my Navy days. It was just like, and then like I spent whatever at the Navy. Then the whole time I was like, all right, I gotta, and I'm thinking like I gotta make sure I save myself for the rest of the week to where like I'm not going broke by the end of the week, or like by the next paycheck, so I won't be living paycheck to paycheck. I was like, I had that pattern inside my head, so I was just like, I see where she was coming from. So I like as I wanted her to dive deep into that. I was just this nigga stops. Yo,
Or you want to see if he did that video with this video? Because we could react to that too.
Tag it up in this video so you guys can continue watching at this point about what she's talking about, because this is a longer
Because
video.
he said
I would
he's
love
going to
to
do a separate video on it. So if he's indeed done that separate video, we could just watch that.
okay, okay, let's see, because this was 2 weeks ago. This man only got 629 views on this. Oh, he a new. He, uh, let's see. Dude, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Hopefully it's there.
I say broke versus. Okay, this is where we was at. Oh shit. Let's see. Don't look like. Uh, doesn't. Yeah,
So he didn't make it. He
nah, he probably
stopped
did.
the video and didn't even make it.
Nope. I don't see it.
Oh, that's even better. That's even better, Ray. And you know the reason why I'm saying that is because it further proves my point. Don't be listening to these YouTube niggas, man. Don't be. This is exactly what I've been talking about. It's just people thinking that they know better than other people because their number is higher than the other person. This is exactly why our economy is shit. Because you have people like that running around just saying shit. And the whole time, all the financial advice is telling you is don't buy this, don't buy that. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. I'm like, nigga, duh. None of this is advice. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second.
Man, it seems like it's a lot of no shit. A lot of no shit's happening. Um, Dang. Now I really, kind of really wanted to know what the fuck she was gonna finish off of, but I guess we will never know. Um, yeah, all this. She is strapped to 21. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, well, uh, it, you got anything to say before we go? I guess that's the video. What you think? As always, what did you thought? What you think about the video?
Man, it just proved my point. That's all I'm saying. So now I'm glad you watched it with me because now you see what I be ranting about. You know what I'm saying? So just so you know, bro, we gonna have to get political. It's gonna have to get political and it's gonna have to be collectivist. You can no longer do this individually. You are no longer at that point. It was cool back in the day when niggas had their little comfortable ass motherfucking middle class salaries. Y'all niggas don't have that shit anymore. Now you must collectively organize, nigga. Ain't none of that, how do I make more money? You gonna have 3,000 niggas asking you how to make more money at the same time. What you gonna tell all those 3,000 niggas? Just work, just do Uber Eats. You gonna tell all 3,000 niggas that? Come on now. Be serious.
Not to mention what you gonna do when AI start taking people's jobs.
Bruh, and even the thing about that, I don't even think that AI is ever going to be in a position to legitimately replace humans in the capacity that they're talking about, because AI requires humans in the motherfucking first place. If you don't have a human apparatus to regulate the AI that you're implementing into your company, all you're simply going to be doing is just flushing money down the toilet, because the AI agent also has to be updated with new knowledge and new information that constantly reinforces on itself. You can't just implement the motherfucking shit and then think it's just going to do the work for you. You're still going to need to have human supervision. That's why when the motherfuckers tried it, MIT came out with that report that said 95 of you are losing money. Dummies. But yeah, Ray, like, whenever you see videos like that, bruh, and it's like that other video we watched where the guy literally had the numbers on the screen, only for the other guy to be like, I still think people are spending money unnecessarily. And we're just sitting here, it's like, yo, what do you mean? He just proved that it's not people spending money unnecessarily. He just proved it's not about whether you're spending or not spending. The shit is expensive.
Right.
What the hell? What is, like, oh, am I being punked?
No, you're not being part. I learned this, and not to get off topic but you know, with the and we spoke this briefly about last week, that some people, and about the whole 62 million people and all the other stuff. Some people, even with facts or when you correct it in their face, they still cling on to what they believe in, and they just don't want to let it go, even though like you prove their point. I've noticed this about people; they'll still try to find a ways to make their point seem logical or correct, even when it's not, and you're telling them it's not. You're showing them it's not. You prove to them that like it's not, and yet they're still going, well, I feel like or what? And then it gets off topic, and then you're just like, why am I even dealing with you? That's what a lot of these people are. Is just, or they're afraid to change themselves because they feel like this is the problem, and then when you tell them, no, this is not the problem, they're still gonna feel like, no, this is the problem. Or at least I feel like this is the problem. Doesn't what I say feel matters? It's just like, kind of, but if it's not evolving to the truth, then what is it doing for yourself? You're just living in a lie. So
Living in a lie.
yeah, so it's just like I think some people would rather live in their lie rather than face the truth. Like, don't get me wrong, you know me, I'm stubborn. I have stubborn saying I say I have saying pride, but I do like when shit is correct and it's just like I have to eat that. I don't want to be so half the times I don't want to be right. I want to get it right. So if something like if I have something and it's just like you have better information or you have more information than me, and even if I don't like it, I'm going to sit there and eat that shit because that's what it is. So
Yeah,
like
I've done that so many times.
yeah, but doing that it grows us into being better people or living better lives. Some people will just stay in their delusion, and then
Yeah.
this is the worst part. Some people just don't want to do nothing. Like you know the problem is, it's just like what are we gonna do? I don't know. It's- So and you know that hurts even more. But yeah, some people just gotta live in it. Some people just gotta like face what's really in front of you instead of just living in a lie. Any last words before we shut down the after party?
Remember, it's simply a circumstance. You can get out of that circumstance at any time. It's not even about hard work, it's about proximity to what you got and the opportunities that are around you. Don't let these motherfuckers sit there and gaslight you that working 2, 3 jobs is the move, because it's really not. You're only just exporting yourself out of the fact that the burden is already on you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That'll be like you lifting weights and then I put another weight on top of you because I tell you you're gonna get stronger as a result. Like nah, nigga, you're gonna break your neck. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Shout out to my mom. She's in the chat right now. She was watching us as she was in the chats. So shout out to my mom.
Yay.
So but Father, I appreciate you giving me the video. I probably I ain't gonna hold you. It's like I probably would never come back to that dude's channel again. Because if
Like
it's
ever again, right?
yeah, because if it's like that, it's just like you're not teaching me anything. First of all, like yeah, he's not teaching me anything that I've either already known or already done. And maybe I'm not. And that's not me being an old head, but it's just like most of the stuff he was saying was like no shit.
No, duh.
And I was like, it's like okay, and if you're gonna be like cutting people off while they're giving you like real good information, I don't want to come to you. No disrespect to the brother, but yeah, that shit just blew my day. But I appreciate you putting the video out, and I appreciate my mother in the chat, and I appreciate anybody else that have watched this video. He is Father. I am Ray. This is the after party, and we are signing out. Peace.